since the disappointing but almost inevitable loss to Wolves. We've picked up our form, we've moved on, but we drop out in our competition. It's a journeyman. Welcome in. It isn't too bad. We went out of the semi-final of the Nathaniel MG Cup, which is basically the Welsh League Cup semi-final. It's annoying. Lost on penalties. Rotation has become almost out of control. We're rotating where we need to, but we just don't have the depth. If we'd been pro, maybe some players would be a bit more fit, but training twice a week and the sheer amount of games we've had has played a massive impact on fitness and players actually being able to train. Lots of injuries and stuff. Other than that, been really good. We kicked into form. We did have a draw, which actually, when you look at how dominant we've been and how dominant TNS have been in this league, it is becoming a two-horse town. But Caernarfon, who we often run into trouble with, we got a 0-0 draw with them. We actually then beat them 1-0 as we've entered the championship round, sort of where you play the top 6 like 2 more times each before the end of the season. Other than that, just wins. We have a big game today. We take on Morton in the Scottish Challenge Cup semi-final. I'd love to get to that final. I love the Tunnocks. That's what it is always going to be to me. So getting past them today would put us a long way towards that goal. We have a quarter-final still to come later on in the week, and it's just really about getting through the championship conference. Right now, the league looks like this. We're on top, 3 points clear. The New Saints in second. They've barely blinked all year. We've only lost once, and it was to the New Saints. You can see where we're going. It's going to be tight between us, but other than that, we're in a very good position. So, I fancy us to get over the line and set ourselves up really well for next season, but while we're still in it, I really want to go for the Tunnocks, so we'll take on the semi-final today, and then we'll probably play some more games and come back to you. Nothing's really changed. Nobody's come in, nobody's left. I haven't even really scouted that much. I kind of want to get to the point where we know if we're going to be here next season. I think we will, because I'd like to see what it's like being a professional team in Wales. I think they'll have a huge advantage for us, and we'd like to maybe see what the increased youth and stuff delivers us, but we'll see how it goes. We're hitting every metric basically, so job is secure. No jobs have come a knocking, which is kind of disappointing given what we've managed to do so far. We'd have liked to see just a little bit of interest our way, but we'll continue. When we add the Tunnocks to our repertoire, teams will come knocking. Against Morton, similar issues we've had all season. Gonna have to play a couple players who I ideally wouldn't. Dodds, keep an eye on him. He needs a rest. He's gonna have to play. He's the only right back we've got. The back line also doesn't look great. It wouldn't be my first choice players. Dan Quick would be. Wells and Lennon, no. We need to rest Nelson and Butler. I think this is just on the edge of maybe too much for us. Morton going to be a tough side to play with a reduced quality team. Elsewhere in the team, Malone and Oldacre in midfield, Whitaker and McKiernan on the wings, which I think is probably as good as we've got. Essen up top. One thing that has been happening is Figueroa is injured once again. Torn calf muscle. Out a couple of months. That might be him done. We might not even try and re-sign him end of his contract now because of that injury. If it's impacted his speed, then he's done. Sad, but true. That happens. It's a journeyman. We can't get attached to these players. I've been burned in the past. Getting to a Tunnocks final. It used to be second nature for me, so be nice to do that with a team not from Scotland. I haven't done that before. I think we one time when we were at Finn Harps, you only ended up in the Tunnocks if you finished like 4th or 5th in the league. Essen, Chesset, I thought they were putting that across their own box, giving us a chance. So when we ended up in this competition with Finn Harps in my big Twitch save, like it was long before we had a competitive team in Ireland, and we just got absolutely scrubbed out. But given that the top team makes it, that's never a pen. He wins the ball. Oh, that's terrible. No way. If that is the goal to put me out of this competition, I will be back next year with a fully pro team and we're going to win all. Morrison converts. That is horrendous. He wins the ball. You can see him winning the ball by the fact that he kicks the ball before he goes near the player. Morrison scores for Morton and we're 1-0 down away from home. I cannot believe that. That better not be the winning goal. And I'll tell you this, we better answer back before they get a second. McLeod, good save by Campbell. What are we doing? Looking like we're struggling to get a foothold in this. Yeats now. Near post, they head it over. Kyle Semple. Oh god, it's players. It's players I had at Cowdenbeath last year. I honestly will be back with a vengeance next season. If this is how I end up going out of the Tunnocks, I'll be absolutely gutted. I wasn't expecting to go get a treble or go undefeated this season and stuff, but there's been a couple of very disappointing things, and this would be the most disappointing of all. If we get to the semi-final and suddenly just, basically by not having the players available, we just like show up and go, oh well, it was nice while it lasted. Really poor defending there. 5 of them at the back, all blaming the keeper. It's like, get rid of the ball. Lower that tempo a little bit. Maybe play for set pieces. We need something to get a foothold in this game because right now we've let them have too much of the ball. And they've just had their way. Really annoyed. Getting beaten to the second ball every time. If they score a third, we're absolutely crushed. Can we get something going before half-time? A highlight right before the half. We kick it long. I'd be surprised if we can even win that. No, we give it up. We then win it, and then we basically give the ball straight back to them. There's the third. We're done. That is as disappointing a performance you're going to get from us, I hope. Because that was criminal. Even if I get a couple of selection with the rotation slightly wrong, we've been absolutely blown out of the water here by Morton. And to be honest, I thought we'd be somewhat competitive. I'm pretty gutted because we haven't been. What was that? Get your act together. Some players, I mean, a 6.1 in midfield. Oldacre's coming off. Babos can come on. Fulston now on the corner. Can he add something? Nope. Line into Malone. Curls it. Wide. Not a good day at the office. Michael Mellon. I mean, it's literally players from years gone by I've signed in Scotland. Campbell with a save. Oh dear. And Waker, I mean, we're rinsed and we don't really have many bodies to bring on. Make a couple of changes, but it feels quite frivolous at this point to try. 3-0 down. We just don't look remotely at their level, and I feel like we should be. We were playing in Europe. We beat Antwerp. How bad are Antwerp? I was so proud of that win over Antwerp. Antwerp would have got absolutely schooled by this Morton team. Oh, this is miserable. I actually cannot explain how this has come about. We're going to have a deep dive into Morton. Understand where this mammoth super team have come from. They're 4-0 up at a canter We haven't got out of the blocks. It's not even like we're throwing bodies forward. I mean, that's a trick shot. Dick smashes it off Melon. Wow. Worst of all, Daniel Dodds, who needed a rest, has played all 90 minutes and been absolutely crap. Don't like what I saw from the team. Leave it at that. Let's not dwell on this one. How good could this Morton team be? They're in League One. We absolutely destroyed a championship team. Admittedly, they just got relegated from 9th spot, so maybe they shouldn't be down that far. On the season, they made a 2.38 million profit. We've got Jack McKenzie from Aberdeen. That seems crazy. Well, seems interesting he's dropped down that level. They have a player. Oh my god. Just no. They have a player called Ruben McAllister, worth 7.4 to 9.6 million in League One. What? Is he on loan? On loan from Hibs. Okay. Still, insane that Hibs are loaning out a player of that value and that good to a League One side. Jesus, look at him. He'd get in my Belgium Twitch save team. He'd walk in my team. He's really good. Oh, that was horrible. Oh. There we go. Didn't have the best game of his career. The referee's fault. We got screwed, boys. Disappointing. Really disappointing. I don't know why, but I just, in my head, I was like, we're going all the way. We're winning the Tonics. Hey, Hunkleberry Finn does not take part in the Tonics unless he wins the Tonics, typically. Ay. Yeah, that one stings. That one stings a lot. I think what we need to do is we need to push on, especially if we're going to be here next season. What I'd like to do is I'll bring you almost the dying embers of this season, hopefully a cup final, and then yeah, and then we'll see where we're at, see if we get any job offers. We'll maybe take a quick look end the season, see if there's any jobs out there that might force us to possibly leave a team away, go pro in Wales for new pastures. But yeah, short and sweet one today. I do appreciate if you're watching the videos. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tell your friends about it. And I'll bring you more of this content soon. I appreciate it. I've been Hunkleberry Finn. Peace.